Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the 10K project. We'll give everybody time to get in. Hope everyone had and is having a wonderful, wonderful day today. Hey, Mr. Shorter, good to see you. Okay, give us a few minutes and we will be right back.
Hello.
Hello, my dear. Good evening. Good evening. Hello to the people. Good to see you guys tonight. Miss Shine, you are beautiful as ever.
Oh, thank you.
We are set up on streaming. And we will give it a few minutes for some people to come on in. Hello to everyone who is already on with us. Go ahead and drop your city and state in the chat. Thank you, Kimberly from St. Louis. Tonight will be an exciting discussion for anyone who is new. I'm going to help you maximize your membership. And for anyone who has been a member for a while, but you're not taking advantage of all of the membership perks, we're going to walk you through how to better accomplish that as well. It is our goal not for you just to join the 10K project, but we want you to get everything out of it that's here for you to get. That's important. So we'll be talking a little bit about that this evening. We won't take a lot of your time this evening to go over some specifics and obviously talk about what we have going on this month in the form of masterminds. We've got some really exciting stuff as usual to share. Give us another minute or so, and then we will begin. All right, hi Teresa from Arlington. Hi Gia from Riverside, California. Hope you all are doing well this evening. I am joined here with the amazing T Shine. And we are going to talk about maximizing your 10K project membership today.
Good topic. Start off,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yes, very, very good topic. Yes, Rashad, you can watch previous Zoom calls on our YouTube channel. So all the Monday sessions are public sessions. So on YouTube, they're all there. You can find them. And then any special sessions that we have, like any masterminds that we do, any special guests that we do, you can find that information in our Knowledge Center. You do have to be a member to get that information, but all of the replays are available there. All right. So I want to start, first of all, my name is Tawana Rivers. I guess let me just tell you what my name is here instead of showing the 10K project here. I will put my name. So if we have anyone new joining us, you don't have to guess. Right. So my name is Tawana Rivers. I am the CEO of the 10K Project. Super excited to have all of you here this evening to talk about maximizing your membership. Here at the 10K Project, we're a community of wealth builders, right? It's really just that simple. We are learning and teaching, and I say learning because we are students as well. We are learning and teaching our community members how to build wealth. We want generational wealth to be more than just a slogan we wear on a t-shirt. We want it to be a lifestyle. We want it to be a mindset, and we want our members to be successful at it. And so here at the 10K Project, we bring amazing entrepreneurs, founders, and people who are successfully building wealth to the community to talk to us and teach us how to do it. And so we're sharing with the community all the ways that wealth can be built, right? We're not just focusing on one thing, because we know that as individuals, there's going to be something that sets well with me that may not pique Talisha's interest, right? And so we know if that happens just between the two of us, it's definitely going to happen in a community of over 19,000 community members. And so we're teaching you how to buy profitable cash flowing businesses, invest in hotels. We're teaching you about tax liens and mortgage notes, and like all the ways that we know wealth is being built. And so we welcome anyone here to the community that has not been here yet. And so we're so happy to have you here. Today's session, again, is about maximizing your membership. So to be a 10K Project member, you simply go to the10kproject.com and you go to the Become a Member tab, and you can enroll in being a member. We're undergoing some price changes right now. Currently, membership is $300 annually or $30 a month to be a member. We also have partnerships with an amazing Black-owned financial planning company that we give you access to at a very heavily discounted rate, because the goal, again, is for you to build wealth, maintain the wealth that you build, right? And so we give you the tools and the partnerships in order for you to be able to do that as well. And in addition to being a member, you have access to any webinars that we host. You have access to join masterminds that we put on. We'll talk about a few that we have available right now. We'll put some of the links in the chat. I actually already put one in the chat. Oh, it looks like Talisha may have put, oh no, it was the website. Okay, perfect. She's going to put the other ones in the chat and we'll talk through those as well. Different masterminds that we host. And we also bring every Monday, we bring amazing guests in front of you who are doing things to enhance and grow wealth within their families. And they're willing to teach us how to do it as well. And so this month, we've got someone coming to talk to, or actually next month, someone coming to talk to us about how to locate lost 401k funds. We've got someone else talking about mindset. We've got other guests that are coming to talk to us about the vending machine business and trucking businesses. We've got someone coming to talk to us about how to buy pallets. I mean, so it's all of these ways that you can learn how to build wealth, right? We also, from a founder standpoint, right? So for those of you who are already entrepreneurs and you have businesses that you are running, if you are interested in raising capital via equity crowdfunding, we have built a community of investors that help support those equity crowdfunding campaigns. And every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time, we host these Bet on Black pitches, where we bring a Black founder to this community and we love on them for the night, right? They present to us everything that they're doing. And we, the investor community, has the option to invest in them if we choose to add them to our portfolio. And so our Bet on Black pitches are absolutely amazing. They're epic. I mean, we've had amazing founders, right? When we already know, right, that Black folks, we just magic, right? We all heard Black girl magic and Black boy magic. Well, I'm telling you, on Tuesday night, it's live and in person, right? We've got founders in every industry doing amazing things. Some businesses are pre-revenue, most of them are not. And so these are companies that are proving to be able to make money from these businesses. And they're showing us the amazing plans they have for longevity. And they're raising capital via equity crowdfunding. And equity crowdfunding allows the investor to invest, to get that early seat at the table in exchange for equity. And equity means ownership. And so what it allows for us to be able to do is to be able to be at the beginning of the journey, right? Before the company goes to the New York Stock Exchange, right? By the time they get there, the big boys have already been paid. Well, in this scenario, we're the big boys, right? We're the rich aunties and uncles that give the startup capital to some of these companies so that they can realize the dreams that they have for their organization. And so foundationally, equity crowdfunding is the core of what we educate our community on. And we bring you this curated deal flow that allows you to be exposed to the best of Black founders. And so to all of the Black founders that have pitched with us, we are so grateful to have had you come present to us and to now be a part of our family. And to all of you who are investors and interested in investing, if you are already a member, please come out to the live pitches every Tuesday, 8 p.m. If you are not yet a member, but considering it, the pitches are absolutely amazing. This week's founder is a woman who has created an app to change the short-term rental game, like completely change the game. And she's going to come tomorrow night. She's going to talk to us as a community. And so please come out and join us live. You get to ask the founder questions. You get to take deeper dives into what the project is. And, you get a firsthand look at what investing could be in that particular business. When we invest in the New York Stock Exchange, right? No shade, but we invest there, we don't get to ask all of those questions, right? We don't get to just chat with the founder. By the time they get to the New York Stock Exchange, they're way too fancy for just the everyday investor to be chatting them up. But with these founders, every Tuesday, we get to have really, really in-depth conversations with them to help understand their vision for the company, to get to learn about who they are. And it allows them to be able to talk to us about all the ways that they know they're going to be successful. Talisha, did you want to add anything, dear?
I also think that this is a great way to also talk about becoming a part of the community. This is where you do get to talk to founders who are doing things in different ways that you may be curious about, and you get to really see their journey and actually participate. These people oftentimes tell you to reach out to them with any questions that you have related to their business or to whatever. They're very gracious with their time, their knowledge. And so it is a community effort in the sense that you're not only an investor, you're a colleague to them at this point in time. So we're really trying to build a community that really self-services itself. And this is a great way to do it. And we do that through multiplicity of ways. But I think that's one of the biggest things that we do with that Bet on Black pitch is that it gives you a truly front seat and, more importantly, a truly engaging fireside chat with these people that can build relationships far beyond just your investment dollar.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Aside from the Bet on Black pitches, we host various masterminds throughout the year. We've got 2 going on right now, and Talisha was kind enough to put the information in the chat. One is our grant mastermind. So this is actually the second grant mastermind that we've hosted. The first one we hosted was on real estate, obtaining real estate grants. This one is about obtaining the finances you need to have a successful business. So if you're looking to start a business, or if you already have a business and you need funding, and you want to seek funding via grants, we've got an amazing woman, Beverly Burgess, is coming to teach us about how to where to find grants, how to complete the applications, what kind of information you need. And I can tell you the first mastermind that Miss Beverly did, like I didn't expect her to take us into the systems and actually show us the clicks and show us where all this money was. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I don't want to give it all away. Actually, Miss Beverly's going to be here next week to give us a little teaser on the mastermind. So you'll get to hear her talk. She's got over 40 years of experience in the grant writing and grant consulting space. And so we don't just have somebody who read a couple of YouTube or your book and a YouTube video. Like Miss Beverly's been living this thing for 40 plus years. Okay. And for anyone who came to her first mastermind, you know that we are in for a treat. She's super, super excited to come back to the 10K project to share now some additional information, right? Because all of the places that she showed us before, those were focused really on real estate. Now she's going to show us those business resources. It's amazing how much money is out there. I mean, it truly is amazing, but we don't know what we don't know. And so, now you're in a space, right? The 10K project where you can get the information to help you be successful, because now we've got someone who knows where all of this money is, and she's going to teach us how to obtain it and what we need to do and how we need to be prepared. That was the other thing that she did that I love. She talked about the setup, right? Because sometimes people think, oh, I can go raise money tomorrow. She talked about the importance of having a business plan. She talked about the importance of having a strategy. So all of those things are things that she's going to talk about. Adolphus says, hello, I just joined 10K Project this weekend. Well, welcome. He said, I met Cherie about 8 years ago. I received an email to learn how to maximize my membership. Yes. So that's what tonight is about, Adolphus. We're talking about how to maximize your membership. And so we talked already about the masterminds that we host. We've put in the chat one about the grant mastermind that we're going to have. It actually starts on February 8th. February 15th, February 15th is when it starts.
Yes, I'm sorry.
And that one is going to be focused on obtaining business grants. We talked a little bit about our Bet on Black pitches already, and how every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time, we bring a Black founder to the community of investors so that you can hear their presentation about what they're doing with their project. And then you can independently make the decision on if you want to invest or not and add them to your portfolio. Even if you decide not to invest, we always ask you to share their campaign, because the more eyes that see the campaigns of these Black founders, the more their chances of reaching their financial goals are. And so we're super excited about the Bet on Black Pitches. The other mastermind that we have that is going to start on February 8th is a business buying mastermind. About a year ago, we had our first business buying mastermind where we were taught as a community how to buy cash flowing profitable businesses, right? So these are not struggling businesses. These are businesses that are profitable, cash flowing. They are run by founders who love their businesses, but many of them are at retirement age and they don't have family members that want to take the business over, right? These are businesses that have customers, right? And so what better business than to buy one that is already established? Many of us want to be entrepreneurs, but we don't know, we don't know what kind of business we want. We don't really care what kind of business we want, right? It's not a business that we need to have that's based on if I'm a seamstress, obviously I may want to open a tailor business or a seamstress business. But if I don't have that kind of skill set, but I want to be an entrepreneur, what better way to do so than to buy a business that already has everything established? The owners typically stay on and teach you the business, and they have SOPs, which is standard operating procedures, to teach you how to run the business. The staff is already there, coming to work every day like clockwork. And so we have a gentleman called Curtis, his name is Curtis Witt. He's coming back to the 10K Project to teach another course. Talisha and I actually went through last year's mastermind. And as a result of that, we opened a micro private equity firm where we help our clients buy businesses and invest passively in buying of businesses. And so we know that it works firsthand, right? And so we're super excited to bring Curtis back to the community. We've got the link to that in the chat as well. Curtis was very gracious in that he even gave a payment plan for this course. I think he gives you the option to pay monthly or all at once or 3 months, 3-month payments. So thank you to Curtis for being super flexible with the payments, because sometimes we know we need a payment plan. Ain't nothing wrong, and no shame in a payment plan, okay? If we can get a payment plan that's going to allow us to build wealth so that we never have to need another payment plan, then I welcome that. Absolutely welcome that. And so the information is there. The other things that we do, maximize, right? This is about maximizing your membership. Everything we talk about, we put in our knowledge center. So we've got hundreds of hours of content. We've been doing this for 3.5 years, right? We've got hundreds of hours of content in our knowledge center, from how to start a family bank, right? To how to buy businesses in there, how to invest in hotels is one that's super popular. We actually have to bring Tracy Prigmore back. I just got an email this week. They've actually got some things brewing with being able to invest in hotels. I was amazed when Tracy came and taught us that we, everyday people, could be investors in hotel chains, right? Never would I ever have thought that was something I would have been able to do. But those are the kind of people we're bringing to the community to show you and to teach you and to expose you to opportunities. But hundreds of hours of content is in the Knowledge Center for you to enjoy. And so if you're already a member, please log in. You get to the Knowledge Center by going to the website, the10k.com. In the taskbar, there is a button that says Knowledge Center. When you hit that, you can log right into the Knowledge Center and start to rewatch all of those sessions. Previous Bet on Black pitches are there. Many of them are still active campaigns that you can still invest in. So that's out there. We've got a really cool feature where you can search keywords if you're interested in something. Like a good example is we're getting ready to have a session on insurance. There was a story in media, across social media a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, where it was like some celebrities or something, they were beefing over, like one said, I forget who they are, but one said that they sent some money for the funeral and somebody else said, no, you didn't. And it was just kind of like, why are we not talking about life insurance, right? Like why are we talking about GoFundMe's for insurance and all of these things that don't equate to a healthy financial way of handling things? And so we're going to have a session coming on how important it is for the Black community to have life insurance. That session will be in the Knowledge Center, right? So everything we talk about goes in that Knowledge Center. Okay. Bernard says, I'm interested in the business grants. Bernard, we put the link there. I think you said, how long is the mastermind? So the grant mastermind is a 6-week course. And I think the business buying one is 8 weeks. So 8 weeks and 6 grants, 6 weeks, business buying 8 weeks. And, you know, a lot of good information. We break it down in very palatable pieces. So it's not going to be like this ton of information thrown at you in a disorganized way. You know, Miss Beverly is going to talk to us from a grant perspective on, first of all, you know, the strategy, how you need to figure out what it is you're looking for, so that then she can guide us through where to look for those things. Because like I said, there's a lot of information out there as it relates to grants. Yes, Patrice, you're right. We're going to have tiny homes. Yes, yep. There's a tiny home session, and that's different from Lake Noir. Yeah, Lake Noir was the Bet on Black pitch we did a couple of weeks ago. And Scotty even came back and did a little reunion show for us. But the tiny home session is different. That's going to be talking about how to invest in tiny homes. I mean, there's a lot. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of information. Denise says a lot of great information in the Knowledge Center. Thank you, Denise. She says, I took the storage unit mastermind class and was given a lot of information. Yes. That was another good one. That was a really, really good one, Denise. The storage center one, the storage unit. A lot of good information coming through from the founders. So Adolphus, I know that you're a new member. You may be one of our newest members. You joined over the weekend. Again, welcome. What questions do you have for us about how to navigate the 10K project? And anyone else who has questions, we've got our Facebook group that we put information in. We're across all social media, we're Black 10K. And so we want you to, if you haven't already joined us in all of those places as well, please do. Oh, you're on mute, Talisha.
Put me on mute because I wasn't on mute. Thank you. With regard to Facebook, this is where our community really discusses and gets in depth as well with some of those things. So even though you may see something in the Knowledge Center or come to one of the sessions, you may want some follow-up questions. That's a great way to get those questions answered or to have some additional dialogue. Again, we put a lot of effort into having the discussions there. And even there, I put things like for applications that you have some opportunities, some events that go on, some events that may be happening in your area, some other aspects, and even some other resources that are free that I just kind of supplement there for you. So if you do have a question, a lot of you reach out to me via DM, which I appreciate. But there are so many other things that we do in the community that I think kind of takes, it's a 1-2 punch. So you can go get the information. It's almost like the library, you go to the Knowledge Center, get what you need. But if you feel like you need some additional questions or you want to kind of dive deeper into it, that's where the community kind of helps you with that.
Yeah, and the founders are, so let's talk a little bit about the ecosystem, right? We're not just bringing founders here that want to raise money. We're not just a community of investors. We truly are an ecosystem. The goal is to, circulate that Black dollar within our community longer than it's being circulated today. And so one of the things we talk to the founders about is once they scale and grow the business, what better place to come back to the 10K project? We become their consumers. We could potentially become professionals that assist them, right? Based on the skill sets we have. So we have a professional directory as well within the Knowledge Center. So for all of you who are members, you really should go and update your profile. So if you are an accountant, a marketing person, a customer service person, if you sell insurance, if you do anything, whatever you do, you should be putting it in that professional directory, because the founders are coming back to us and they're asking us if we have certain skill sets in the community. Last year, I had a founder come, they were looking for a sales and revenue CEO or a chief revenue officer. And so he called up and said, hey, Tawana, do you know if you got anybody in your community that has a skill set? First thing I did was I logged into the Knowledge Center to look in the professional directory, right? This last week, I had a founder who's going to be pitching in a couple of weeks, said, I want to host something in Chicago. Do you think some of your members would come out? So I put a shout out in the Facebook group to say, oh, who's in Chicago and may want to come to a live event to meet a founder in person, right? That same founder's also looking for anyone who's part of like the school systems, because he, looking for connections in the school system for his business idea. So they're coming back to us. One of the things that we give those founders is we give them free membership to the 10K Project for life. And we do that with intention, right? We do that so that they can come back and they can, first of all, teach us everything they know and they've learned, right? Because this business journey they're taking is a really important one, right? They can teach us about capital raising and how difficult that is if we needed them to. They also can teach us about whatever industry they're a specialist in. But more importantly, they could potentially bring jobs to this community. And so, the ecosystem is important. So that's another thing. Professional directory, right? If you are a member, so Adolphus, if you haven't done that yet as our newest member, go ahead and do that. You get to put your name, you put your skill set, your contact information, and people can contact you directly from the application. And you'll even see that it's a 10K Project referral, the way it comes to you in your email. It's a great way, for those of you who are also business owners, it's a great way to market yourself, right? If you sell t-shirts, if you sell jewelry, put that information in the professional directory, because when I'm looking for those things, guess what? I'm coming there first. I'm shopping in my community first. This is my community and I'm shopping here first. My Black dollars come here before I think about taking them somewhere else. So please absolutely do that. See if we have any other questions. So Adolphus, you said, I'm a commercial real estate professional and also a business broker. So there are some benefits for me and also being of value to someone who is seeking help in that area. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I can tell you right now, as a business broker, Talisha and I would love to be able to talk to you because, as I stated, we buy businesses, right? We have a company called OEO Holdings. We have, where we are buying businesses for ourselves, for our clients, and then also allowing our investor clients to be able to invest in those businesses to get passive income. So we'd love to talk to you about that. Absolutely would love that. Any questions for us about your membership or anything with the 10K Project that you'd like to see? Patrice said, I made my Creepy Coffee investment today.
Yes.
Patrice, girl, my coffee came in the mail today. Girl, when I tell you my Creepy Coffee came in the mail today, the best coffee ever tasted. Ever, right? Forever. Girl, buy the coffee. Patrice, if you made the investment, buy the coffee. From an investment standpoint, after buying the coffee and tasting the coffee, it makes you realize that was a good investment, right? Now, I'm nobody's financial planner. That's my personal opinion, right? For entertainment purposes only. But best money I spent. That coffee is everything, girl. Everything.
See, now I want to taste it. And I'm not even a coffee drinker. I'm a tea drinker.
Everything. I'm a tea drinker, right? I'm a tea drinker. Everything. Maybe not no more. Maybe, sorry, tea.
I mean, you can always add. We don't have to go or. We can and it right there.
I'm
I think
telling
that's
you.
another
So.
interesting part as we get to, in exchanging with the founders, there's so many aspects to of the engagement that we get from them. I mean, we've gotten so much swag and perk, and I'm a t-shirt swag kind of girl. So anytime we can get something from them, it's always good. But we've had watches and coffees and, different, like I forget the woman who sent out the little boxes. I mean, all of those things that it's amazing that they want to share with us. And we become truly their marketing arm in that sense, where we are truly their consumers, but we share from a firsthand experience rather than just saying, hey, this is an investment just because it's a good ROI. There's something else about it that really does resonate because it's not just the bottom line. It is a lot of supporting, being a member and being a part of that community and supporting those individuals who came to you and asked, personally, because we are those friends and family.
My best part, talking about the Bet on Black Pitches a little bit, because we went to Creepy Coffee, is how every Tuesday, the founder takes away notes from our community. Like yes. We're saying, have you thought about doing this? They're like, well, damn, no, I didn't think about that yet. They
brainstorming session. Yeah, they get a free brainstorming session every time. And we do a lot of connections there too. You'd be surprised at how much people are like, oh, you need to be introduced to this person. And we do that so organically that, again, that's another part where you're investing your time, energy, resources, and whatever you can to the investor. It's not always just about that dollar.
Yeah, I mean, it's I am obviously biased because I love the 10K project, right? As a founder, I am obviously biased, but I'm telling you guys, like you are in the right place. If you are watching us right now and you're considering membership, no rush. We're not going anywhere, right? Join when you feel right, when you feel the timing is right. We'll be right here. And a lot of the content we give you is absolutely free, right? And so if this is the free content, imagine what we're exposing you to that is membership worthy. And so, take your time. We want you to be sure when you join us, but I want you to know today, you're in the right place. This is your tribe. We're here. We're absolutely here. Patrice, hold on. You had a question? Let me see. Let me scroll back up. So you said, yeah, so when Creepy Coffee invested, when they came and they talked to us, there was a list of people interested in doing something collectively with the coffee. Do you know if 10K and anyone is taking the lead? So yes, so Patrice, actually there's an email list that we're on. There are probably 12 or 13 people 15. On the email. Is 15 people on the email? Mm-hmm. And so one gentleman started that and sent it. So what I can do, Talisha, can we take down Patricia's name and just add her to that train? Perfect.
Yes, ma'am. I'll add you this evening, Ms. Patrice.
Very, very good. Yeah. And actually, I talked to another member yesterday, Tracy, and she was, because the conversation kind of has been dormant since the holidays. And Tracy said she was going to actually start it back again to say, okay, what we're going to do, y'all. So very good. We'll get you added to that, Patrice. Very good. Yeah. Any questions for us? Sylvia, you're waiting to, so, okay, we're going to get it started. And Sylvia, you don't have to wait. You can start a little conversation too now, right?
Jump in. It's
that's right.
All hands on deck kind of conversation.
Yeah, let's get it started. That's what we're here to do, right? Build wealth. We are a community of wealth builders. That's it.
We need to take a poll of how many of those people ordered the coffee, because now you can discuss, did you taste it? How you feel about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Very good, Sylvia. Sylvia said, I will. Good. Very, very good. Let's see. What else with membership? We talked about Bet on Black Pitches. We talked about the masterminds. We talked about the Knowledge Center. We talked about the ecosystem, the professional directory. We talked about the Black 10K social media, right? So please join us on all of those. Share them with your friends. Share us with your friends. We've never done anything. We've kind of grown organically. We've not done anything to really promote ourselves. And I feel like we need to do a little something different as we head into this new year. One of our members actually reached out last year and said, I want to help you kind of figure out how we can market even within 10K Project. so that we can get more people to join. So we reached out to her this actually today to say, okay, I think we're ready to really focus on how we build our own brand. You know, what we know what we're doing here. We've proven the concept, right? It works. It's successful. Now it's time to tell more people about what it is that we're doing. You know, we've raised a lot of money for a lot of founders, right? We've done the Bet on Black pitches since the first Tuesday, March of 2021, right? So we're at about 80 founders now, right? If you do, because we do a pitch a week, not including holidays. And so we're about at 80 founders. We've proven this concept. We're doing amazing things to help founders get the capital that they need. But what if there were 10,000 of us, right? And in a campaign, we each put $100 in, right? I talked to a founder today and he said, you know, Tawana, tell me what's successful, what's been successful and what's not been successful. I said, you know, we struggle with the campaigns that are like $1,000 minimum, right? We, you know, as a community, we're working with maybe that for the whole month. And he said, mine is $114. I was like, well, that's a good number. Why 14? But you know, who am I to ask? $114 is what he said, though. I said, that's a good amount, right? And if 10,000 of us put $114, right, into his account, into his campaign, right, and became investors, because this is not GoFundMe, this is equity crowdfunding. So that $114 buys you a portion of equity, or it gives you a return from a debt standpoint, right? So you get interest on it, whatever the deal structure may be. But if that many people, you know, put in and invested on this campaign, that would be over $1 million, right? And if we could do that in such a way that over and over and over again, and every Black founder that comes to this community, we're doing that, right? Imagine what our portfolio would look like. And this is the long game we're playing here. These are not get rich quick schemes. These are companies that are putting their blood, sweat, and tears into running businesses that they see, you know, 10, 20 years down the line. They've got a plan for it. And so this is the long game we're playing here. So some of these companies, you know, won't have a return, right, or a liquidity event for 5, 7 years, maybe even some longer than that. But when and if they do, imagine what that could look like, right? Knowing you were at the beginning of it. And we always use the Airbnb, the Uber example. We use the Oculus example, right? Oculus had, I believe they were on Kickstarter. They were on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and they were raising capital. You paid like $360 to get the Oculus. This is like the phase 1 Oculus, right? And you pay like $360. You could buy it early, because on like Kickstarter and Indiegogo, those are called reward-based platforms, crowdfunding platforms. And so you could buy the item early. And so then, as we all know, Facebook ended up buying Oculus, right? When the company was acquired, the math was done to determine that if those people, and I mean, there was like 10,000 people that bought the Oculus at that $300 thing early, if those people would have invested that $360 for equity versus just buying early the Oculus machine itself, they would have had hundreds of thousands of dollars. Instead, they got a pretty cool Oculus before anybody else got it, right? And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you that early seat at the table before the company is a household name. And that, you know, $100, $200, $300, whatever that investment is that you put into this company could one day render you a good ROI, right? It's investing, so there are no guarantees, right? Sometimes businesses fail, right? We know that, but this is an amazing way to build, that's it, Michelle, building generational wealth. This is how it's done. And up until the Jobs Act, right? President Obama signed it into law 2012. Up until then, People like us, everyday people, everyday investors, right? People who are not rich. We just hardworking people who happen to have some disposable income available that we can invest and buy nice things. And, you know, the game wasn't built for us. But once that game changed, once the rules changed, we now need to take advantage of it. And that's why we're here. We're here to help you imagine a future that is not paycheck to paycheck. We want you to imagine a future where wealth is plentiful. We want to imagine a future where your children and your children's children don't have to beg, borrow, and steal and rob Peter to pay Paul, right? We want you to experience a life of freedom, financial freedom, whatever that looks to you. Some people are financially free and still choose to go to a 9-to-5 job, but that's their choice, right? Some people retired themselves from 9-to-5 jobs 10 years ago. That was their choice because they had the freedom to make that decision. That's all we want for you is we want to give you the tools. We want to expose you to opportunity that gives you the freedom to make decisions for your life. I know what financial freedom looks like for me. I know what it changes my day-to-day to be, but that might be different for you. And the cool thing about freedom is it's tailored to us, right? It is specific to us. And so we hope you join us on this mission if you're not already a member. If you're already a member, we hope we are giving you what you need. And if we're not, we hope we are approachable enough for you to say, hey, can you do something on X, Y, and Z? Because I've been hearing about it and I'm interested, right? That's the kind of community back and forth that we want from you. And we hope you feel that from us. It's okay to email us, right? I'm trivers@the10kproject.com, right? It's okay. Talicia's tshine@the10kproject.com. It's okay to shoot us an email and say, hey, I just heard this amazing interview from somebody. You think you can get them to come talk to 10K? We will absolutely do our best to do that. So please know that this is your community. Jessica said, what's the deadline to sign up for the business grant masterclass? Also, I've got we got some questions on YouTube. Thank you, Jessica. I got to remember to log into YouTube. That was something Cherie always did.
Yes, I have them here. We can type. There's a few in there in the chat as well.
So go ahead and read the questions and I'll find, Jessica, the date for the deadline for the masterclass.
Yep, what's the deadline to enroll in that?
Deadline for the grant is February 13th. That's the deadline to sign up for the grant masterclass, February 13th. And it starts on the 15th.
And there's a question here. It says, I bought a membership and the 6-month financial planning strategy. How do I get in contact with Freeman to start my strategy?
So what's that member's name?
That name is Rain.
Pearson?
Angelo? No, Angelo. R-E-I-N, Angelo.
I think her last name is Pearson. I pulled the list today. And so Rain, that's how I know your first name because I saw you on the list. I pulled the list today to send over to them and they'll be in contact with you. So if you give them a week, because I just pulled the list. I didn't even send it to them yet. I'll probably send it to them this evening, but then they'll reach back out to you. Perfect. Yeah, we realized we changed our website when we added the promo codes for the holidays. And we realized that it wasn't sending the spreadsheet over automatically to Freeman Capital the way it was supposed to. So we realized that this morning, and I pulled the list manually to send over to them. And we've actually got the programmer working on the automation piece of it too, so to fix the glitch. So we apologize for that delay in getting that over to them. Sorry about that, guys. What else? What other questions?
There was a question about how many members are currently part of the 10K.
So 10K members, from a paid membership standpoint, we've got a little over 2,000. And then across the 10K project community, across all of our social platforms, we're a little over 19,000. All right. Any more questions? see if we've got any in Facebook.
Yes, it most definitely is within reach, Ms. Patrice.
Yes, it is absolutely this year. And so I think we need to be a little more intentional with it this year too, Ms. Patrice, getting to that 10K member count. So I think you're going to see us do more within the social platforms, like on Facebook. We have 6,000 people on Facebook, right? Even if only half of those people are engaged, we haven't even asked them to invite a friend yet, right? Something as simple as that we haven't done yet. We've been so busy getting the foundation together and trying to bring the curated deal flow that we've kind of neglected the building up of our own business. Like, we're promoting other people's businesses every single day, but we kind of forgot about doing it for ourselves. And so it would really be awesome for us to be able to now start these campaigns to help us with our own marketing. And so we'll see more of that this year. EC, we said a little over 2,000 paid members and over 19,000 across all social platforms. Yes, Adolphus, we're on LinkedIn. We're Black 10K Project across all the social platforms.
Anonymous has a question. I'm not sure which masterclass you're referring to, because there's two of them. There's the business grant and the business buying. So if you can clarify which one, and we can tell you the cost.
And I'll just go ahead and tell you the cost of both of them. So the grant masterclass is and I should know that, I apologize, but I don't want to tell you the wrong price. Clicking the link here.
Yes, Michelle.
I don't see the price in the, hold on.
I know, I didn't see it either. Michelle asked if the classes are only for the 10K members. So
yeah, yes, all master classes, you have to be a member. On the business buying masterclass, that one I do know the answer to.
Yes, and I put that in there for I can put the cost back in there.
So it's $4,800, but they do have a payment plan. So if you can do a one-time payment of $4,800, you can do a 3-month payment, $1,800 a piece, or you can do $500 a month. Hold on, let me tell you I want to say Miss Beverly's class is $397, but I don't want to misquote you. So let me just log in and get it a different way. It's $300. So the grant masterclass is $300. So if you are not already a member, you would need to join in addition to joining the grant masterclass. So let me say those prices again. The grant masterclass is $300, one-time fee of $300. And then the business buying masterclass is $4,800, but they have payment plans. I apologize, I didn't know that right offhand. Do you see any additional questions, Ms. Shine?
Nope, and on YouTube, we were asked if there were any sessions about REITs and real estate funds, and I think there's a lot of real estate content in there. So you can, again, this is a great part where you can just search the Knowledge Center and it'll pull up all the related topics that you have, and then you can see the wide array of sessions that were recorded.
And talking about REITs specifically, one of our Facebook participants asked a question today. Did we know any information about any REITs? And there's a discussion trail Thread, thank you. I'm like trail, thread, trend, what was my thread? Thank you. That's going on right now, specifically about REITs. I put a couple in there. Some other people put a couple in there. So if you go to our Facebook page and join us, you'll be able to see that conversation that just happened today. So very timely to your question. Mm-hmm. I think now it's probably up to about 10 or 12 comments where people have added information in there with different REITs. I took a couple of screenshots earlier. So I was like, okay, I got to look that one up. So even across the social platforms, there's dialogue going on about the various financial wealth building, opportunities. So join us definitely on social as well. Anonymous says, oh, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to make sure you saw it too.
When an individual is in the masterclass, do they leave with a finished project such as a grant? No. We're not writing your grant for you. So what you leave with is the knowledge on what you need, right? You leave with the where to go. You leave with the so it's the what do I need to be prepared, and then it's the what do I need to do to secure it, right? You also leave this particular mastermind with a network of grant writing assistants that you could tap into, because Miss Beverly is the leader of a grant writers group that she shares with the class as well. So you get resources to over, I believe it's like 40,000 grant writers you have access to, but Miss Beverly's not writing the grant for you. 10K Project's not writing the grant for you. So this is really about telling you and teaching you where to go, how to help you understand how much money is out there and where to find it, right? And how to be successful in securing it. So Miss Beverly's going through kind of the do and do not, do's and don'ts of what you need to be and have to be successful. And she's got over 40 years of experience doing that. But you do not walk away with a grant, because all of us are looking for something different, right? Remember that. It's a grant masterclass with a lot of people in it. The last one, I think we had 40 something people in it, and everybody's looking for something different. That one was about real estate. Some people are looking to have apartment complexes for different demographics, like veterans or homelessness, or, that's a different kind of grant you need for each of those things. And it's a different place you're going to go to find that. So that's why knowing your strategy is key. And then she's going to teach us where to go based on what that strategy is. And there's a lot of dialogue happening in real time on the night of the masterclass. And then we also have a Facebook group dedicated to the grant writing masterclass that we put people in. And so you have another space where you can continue the conversation. And one of the things that was pretty cool about the last grant masterclass on real estate is in the chat, a couple of people linked up together because they realized their business model was very similar. And I think they decided to partner together instead of going it alone. They decided to partner. And so that's the magic of the 10K project, right? When you're around like-minded people, now they have help. Two members that did not know each other, they linked up in the chat of the mastermind group. So that was nice to see. The recordings are available forever, Michelle. We've got recordings in our Knowledge Center from the very first episode we did live. I mean, like everything we do, that's why it's hundreds and hundreds. Michelle, actually, your session on LinkedIn is in our Knowledge Center. So it's all in there. That's the magic, is that the things that we're bringing to the community, they have shelf life, right? They don't expire. The things that we're teaching, they do not expire. And so we keep them in there, and people are learning from them, as if they heard it for the first time.
Yeah, there's a lot of evergreen
content. She said, I feel the shade.
She's so silly.
It was no shade there, my love.
Yeah, if you would log in, you would see. I will shade. I will say, why are you asking when you have access? Like, do some proactivity, Miss Michelle.
Yes, Michelle Hayward did an amazing session for us guys on kind of maximizing and leveraging LinkedIn. It was amazing.
She has a course right now. She just had one, the 20th, it just passed. Mm-hmm. She had a super course, or webinar series. I think it was 2 days. Was it 2 days, Miss Michelle? That she went really in depth, because she's amazing at it.
Yeah, we even added that to our newsletter, right? To send out to the community.
Yes, we did. I posted it
and so
everywhere.
that's the other thing. I didn't talk about that in the maximizing the membership.
Yeah, the newsletter.
But, you know, when you're a member, this is your community. So Michelle had an event, right? It's not a 10K sponsored event, but Michelle's a member. It was a topic that we knew many of you could benefit from. So we added it in our newsletter. And so that's when you come here, that's what you're getting, right? We become your family. We become your network. And if you've got something beneficial, then of course we're going to share it. Now, if you got foolishness, we're not sharing that, right? So we've had some people come to us with some stuff, and I'm like, I don't know about that. You know, I don't feel comfortable with that one. We're not sharing that with the network. But if it's clearly something the people can benefit from, then we are here to help support you. So
that's a Diesel course there. She said her 2-day event, they walked away with a personalized strategy and 50% of their LinkedIn profile built out for them. And when she builds them out, it's amazing because she does all your back end, all your search result, all that good stuff. She puts that in there. So that's awesome.
That's wonderful. Very good.
I don't see any more questions.
All right, guys.
We're still typing over there.
No more questions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, super excited to have you all join us. You know, this session was on maximizing your 10K project membership. I know we don't always talk about that, but I think we're going to do this one probably quarterly, right? If we're going to be soliciting new members, right? If we're going to be asking you guys to tell a friend, then we need to have these sessions more often so that they can know what it is they're getting. And so we apologize that we haven't done this more, but we commit to doing this at least once a quarter so that we can make sure that
you put your question back in there. I can't see it. Like I said, that's why it's hard when you put it in the chat. It just scrolls.
Oh, it scrolls up.
Yeah. So what question did you add about building the 10K membership? I know you asked how many members there were.
Oh, question. She said, I found out about 10K when Arlen Hamilton presented. Do all presenters invite their audiences? So, Ms. Patrice, actually, no. But one of the things we just recently talked about is we need to be more intentional when we invite founders to come and present to us. We need to be more intentional about the reciprocation, right? What are we asking for in return? And so Arlen was kind enough to share us with her network and with her community, but we're going to be more intentional about asking the other founders to do that as well. Many of them do it because they just see the value, but we've not really asked that of them. And so we're going to add it to the agreement and make that be part of the deal going in. But thank you. I'm so glad Arlen, you know, first of all, we were so gracious that Arlen thought enough of us to come and pitch to our community. I mean, she's already so successful. Those of you who don't know, Arlen Hamilton is one of the biggest VCs, venture capitalists in the game right now. And she has a business, she actually has 2 businesses, and she came to pitch for us for one of them called Hire Runner. And we were so blessed to have her here. Michelle said, I think there are many other Black founders and business owners that could benefit from being members of the 10K. When you build a platform, you share it with others. Yeah.
That's our goal.
That is definitely the goal. So Sylvia, Miss Beverly's grant writing workshop this time is on businesses. So how to obtain business grants. The first one was on real estate grants. Now this one's on business grants. And we did ask her the question because a couple of members emailed me and said, is there going to be is it really a difference? And so I have been assured that there are definitely some differences. Where she's going to show us to go, different than where she showed us to go before. So some of the conversation is the same, right? The strategy part, you still have to have a strategy. So some of those beginning sessions are similar, but the where she goes and where the money is, that's a different conversation. Yes, it's based on business owners or someone who wants to start a business. So if you already have a business or if you're interested in starting a business, that's what this one is for.
And this is a really great time of year because, again, all the budgets are set and now they're really about to start dispersing funds. So this is also a really good time.
Perfect. All right, guys.
All righty.
Well, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. For those of you who are members, tomorrow's Bet on Black pitch, an amazing Black founder who has created a tech solution that is going to change the short-term rental game, okay? She is not coming to play tomorrow.
And a side note, I'm on her board. I'm on one of her advisors.
Look at that. So super, super excited. That this actually is a very interesting project because she's launching soon. And so we get the opportunity to hear about her from an investment standpoint. And when she launches, we're bringing her back so that we can be utilizers of the tool and be able to get passive income that way as well. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow night on tomorrow's Bet on Black pitch. But on this one, we're bringing it, we're doing our 360 early because she said she want to come back in the spring when she launches. And so I was super excited about that. So can't wait. If you're not already a member and you're interested in tomorrow's Bet on Black pitch, you can join us, the10kproject.com. Please join us. The good news is if you think about joining us on Friday, or if you think about joining us next week, then the replay will be out there. But know this, at any point in time, a founder can get the funds they're needing and they can pull their equity crowdfunding campaign down. And so, a lot of times you may have some time, right? 30 days, 60 days, 2 weeks. But then sometimes that campaign is out there for a hot minute. They get the money they need, they meet the maximums, or they get private money. And then they have to take the campaign down. So we do always tell our investors, don't procrastinate. If you see something and you do your due diligence and it meets your criteria and it fits in your portfolio, then you need to respond. I think all last year I was saying activate, right? Like we gotta stop procrastinating and we gotta activate. And so when we see things, just let's move with it and then move on to the next thing. Sometimes we sit in decision mode too long and we miss it, right? Do your due diligence. Don't not do that. That's important. We want you to be healthy investors. We want you to be smart investors. We want you to be savvy investors and well-educated investors. So do your due diligence always, right? And we even have a session in the Knowledge Center that talks to you about how to do that, talks to you about the questions you need to ask when you are considering an investment opportunity. So we want you to be completely healthy in your thought process and mindset around investing, but we don't want you to procrastinate. So please come and join if you can tomorrow. And otherwise, we will see you again next week. Thank you so much, Ms. Shine, for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you, my dear.
Always appreciate you.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening, everyone.